Hello, good evening. Thank you for stopping by my page. This is Miss Cruiser. If you enjoy my videos, I ask that you please like, share, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. Here's some more information concerning the ban on cruising and travel to Cuba. So it was a couple of days ago, because it's officially Thursday, but it was a couple of days ago that it was announced that there was a ban and some restrictions on travel to Cuba and even sending money to Cuba. Um, and so now the cruise lines have come out and they have given their statement concerning how this affects their future cruise. So let me give a little background information and then we'll move on to what the cruise lines are doing. So the Trump administration new sanctions on Cuba include banning tourist travel, and cruise lines that previously stopped at the island are now scrambling to change their plans. The cruise lines. The restrictions announced Tuesday by the Treasury Department included a ban on cruise ships travel from the U.S., which became one of America's most popular forms of leisure travel to the island after President Barack Obama lifted travel restrictions in 2016. I thought that was 2014, but it's saying 2016. I'm thinking it was 2014. But anyway, the ships brought more than 142,000 people to Cuba within the first 4 months of this year, according to the Associated Press. The travel restrictions, which went into effect on Wednesday, and the Treasury Department said those who have already purchased flights, tickets, or made other travel reservations won't be affected. So again, the travel restriction went into effect on Wednesday, and the Treasury Department said those who have already purchased flight tickets or made other travel reservations won't be affected. But the announcement caught cruise lines off guard. So finally, I and a lot of other people, I'm sure, was calling those cruise lines, emailing them, checking news outlets, Googling, trying to find out cruise lines' response to these changes for Cuba. Um, my daughter sent me uh, a text because that's what kids do, and she asked about us taking a cruise to Cuba just maybe a couple of weeks ago. And so I was looking into, us going around New Year's. But of course, unless something happened between now and then, that won't be happening. But so here are the reactions or the statements from the different cruise lines. Okay. So MSC Cruise Line, to my knowledge, they have not made a statement yet. MSC really, they were really into cruising to Cuba. They had a lot of information, a lot of available cruise to that island. But to my knowledge, MSC, we have not I have heard anything from them. So if anyone have some information concerning MSC or any statement that they have made concerning their cruise to the island in Cuba, please drop down in the comments and let me know, because I really I read everybody's comments. I'm enjoying the conversations in the comments concerning the travel news and the travel information I put out. So please feel free to drop down in the comments with any information that differs from what I'm saying or in addition to what I'm saying. So far, I haven't heard anything in response from MSC yet. So the next one is Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean, and my phone would stop working as soon as I get into this. I apologize. So Royal Caribbean, what was their response? Royal Caribbean International posted a notice saying it has secured alternative ports to the Cuban stops for the Majesty of the Seas and Empress of the Seas trip, and is in the process of contacting guests about the new itinerary. For these guests, they will have the option of remaining on their sailing with new itinerary, which means, of course, it's going to be rerouted somewhere else, probably Bahamas, and receiving a 50% refund, or they may cancel their cruise and receive a full refund. So if you are booked on a cruise with Royal Caribbean to one of the Cuban island, to the island that it goes to in Cuba, these are your choices. You may keep your sailing date, the date that you have, the cruise that you have, and it's going to go to an alternate route. They're going to contact you and let you know where that route is. Now, in times past, they do not call, they email you. I'm going to tell you right now, they email you. And if you take the alternate route, then you will receive a 50% refund. Or they may cancel their cruise and receive a full credit. A full refund, not a credit, full refund. So either you can get your money back in full without any fees or any cancellation fees or anything like that, or you take the alternate route and you get 50% off your cruise. So that's a pretty good deal, I think, because in essence, it's not the cruise line's fault. So I think that that's a great deal, because when you agree to a cruise contract, they let you know that if anything goes wrong with your cruise, if anything, goes wrong with your cruise, what they usually do is they just reroute you. And if you cancel, it's under the same penalty of cancellation, because that's pretty much how it is. So in my opinion, that's a pretty generous offer. We're going to reroute you and give you 50% off, or you can get your full money back. So that's a pretty fair thing to do, because again, this is not the cruise line's fault. They didn't foresee this coming. And so the next one, we covered MSC, we covered Royal Caribbean. Let's see what Norwegian say. What did Norwegian say? Norwegian Cruise Line also posted a notice on its website about the travel restrictions. The line has ceased all trips to Cuba and is changing previously scheduled sailing. It has not released additional details, but said, "We thank our guests and travel partners for their patience as we navigate this unexpected last-minute change." So basically, Norwegian, the only thing they're saying is what we already know, is that they're, banning or ceasing all trips to Cuba, and that they're rerouting those trips, but they're not talking about whether they will be given any credits or any percentages off, or if you qualify for a full credit if you want to cancel your trip altogether. So we don't have a full answer from Norwegian yet. That's all they had on their website. So the next cruise line is my favorite cruise line, that old party ship itself, Carnival. So Carnival says it has canceled its visits to Havana. Havana is the island that it goes to in Cuba, and replaced them with another port, and is working to notify guests of their options for the new itineraries. Again, in most cases, I've never heard of them calling you. Normally, they email you. That's been my experience with when they reroute you or change any of the itineraries. They will email you. But you can also check their websites, and that's what all of the cruise lines check their websites for any updates. And it's always smart to sign up with the website so you can get updates and things anyway if you're on a cruise with them. In social media sites, for instance, Facebook, you can sign up for roll call. You can go to Cruise Critics and sign up for roll calls. That they will constantly give you updates. Okay, so back to Carnival Cruise. So Carnival Cruise said they are rerouting all trips that was previously going to Havana, Cuba. And they will be notifying guests. Guests who book travel through the end of December can either remain on the same itinerary without a Havana stop and receive $100 per person, or they can move to another itinerary and receive $50 per person, or cancel and receive a full refund. So with Carnival Cruise, you have three choices. You can stay with the rerouted itinerary, where they're going to reroute you somewhere else, and they're going to give you $100. And I think that $100 is in cruise credits. Okay. Um, or you can move your itinerary, meaning that you can change to another cruise altogether. You could choose another cruise and take that money that you paid on this particular cruise that will then go into Havana, put it on another cruise, and they'll give you a $50 credit. Okay, a $50 refund or credit. Or you can cancel your cruise altogether and you'll get a full refund. So that's Carnival Cruise, and I think that's all the cruise. That's everyone. So I covered them all. So just to recap, MSC, they have not put out a statement yet. No statements at all. Royal Caribbean said that you can go with the rerouted cruise, and they will give you half back of your cruise price that you paid before, and you just go with the rerouted itinerary, or you can get all your money back and cancel your cruise. Norwegian just basically said we're canceling all trips to to Cuba. We rerouting all those ships somewhere else. So if you have a cruise already planned to Cuba, your itinerary will be rerouted. Your ship will be rerouted, and they're not talking about whether you can get canceled and get a real full refund, whether you're going to get any credits or any money back at all. They haven't decided yet. Please keep checking their site for any updates on that if you have a cruise planned with Norwegian. And Carnival. Carnival, of course, again, they have rerouted all ships going to Havana or have any stops in Havana. If you go with the reroute, then they will give you $100. I think that is in credits. If you have a cruise, just call and verify that. But I'm thinking that is cruise credits, which cruise credits is not so bad. You can use that for a lot of stuff. And if you want to cancel your cruise altogether, they will give you your full money back. They will give you every penny back. There's no cancellation penalty. So that is the update on the cruise lines, how it's affected by this no access to Cuba. All right. So again, if anyone have any updated information or any corrections from what I said or any additional information, please drop down in the comments and let me know. Like I said, I enjoy reading the comments. I enjoy responding to the comments. I enjoy the conversation, sharing information. I love that. And that's one of the reasons why I do this. So again, if you like my page and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Also, if you like my page and you already subscribed, share it. Let somebody know Miss Cruz is on and she's talking about travel news, travel information, travel safety, travel. And also, if you could hit that like button, hit the like button. That would be great. Okay. So thank you so much again for visiting my page and all of your support. And have a good evening. God bless you.